let's talk about Kash Patel. So Kash Patel was confirmed today. I think 2 Republican senators voted against him. There were no votes. What was it? Lisa Murkowski and what was the other one?
Susan Collins.
There we go. Susan Collins.
McConnell voted the right way here.
Lisa Murkowski and Susan McConnell's 2 absolute beasts of women voted no. And what did you expect from those 2 pieces of
work?
There we go. The one I was looking for. And I still have a hard time sort of wrapping my head around what exactly people are so afraid of Kash Patel for. Why is he a controversial pick? I mean, it seems like in a way he's been more controversial than RFK and Tulsi Gabbard, just more under the radar. I feel like did he get fewer votes than RFK and Tulsi? See, yeah. I don't get it. Who is this guy?
I think it's the stop the steal stuff. If I'm looking at it just simply, I think that's the problem. His position on the 2020 election and the J6ers, the Susan Collins of the world and the Lisa Murkowskis of the world think that was a violent coup where those people were going to take over the government and hand it over to Donald Trump or whatever in that world they think was happening on January 6th. And they can't look past that. Tulsi Gabbard and RFK, although controversial and have other issues that may not be comfortable to those folks, J6 is a different animal.
Now, Charles, you believe that J6 was an insurrection trying to overturn the election. Can you help?
Shut up. But in that, as Michael was talking about that, I did want to ask you guys, going back to January 6th, what was your reaction when you first saw it? This first glimpse you had of everything that was going on before you read everything, before we got deep into it. What did you guys see? Because I was at a coffee shop and I kept looking up at the TV and they were running in the Capitol with these flags. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? So just curious what your guys' first reaction was to that.
Michael?
I think my first reaction was, oh, shit. I think that was probably something like that. Oh, they're doing what? That was probably my first reaction.
I mean, my first reaction was sort of excitement, not in that they're going to overturn an election or whatever dumb stuff. It was just this is really crazy stuff. It's exciting. You can't take your eyes off of it. You just want to keep watching it, finding all the different live streams, cell phone videos, and everything online. It was, it was something that you don't see every day, right? So it was exciting. What is going to happen next? What are they doing? Oh my God, is that Charles Blain? I think this is maybe part of the reason why they do not like Kash Patel.
Anyway, the other thing that I put in the book that I recommended the boss to do, it's on this. We need a 24/7 declassification office.
Yes.
Rolling papers out.
You just say rolling papers and then it ends. And I think he's talking about joints. And that's probably why they don't like him.
Right? 24/7. And not just like JFK and not just 9/11. You're talking to the guy that's read the whole 9/11 report and those 7 pages that people talk about. But I believe as the guy who is an intel guy who believes wholeheartedly in the classified system of information, I believe that it has been over abused by these corrupt officials in government to hide the truth and enact more corrupt activities. So what I told the boss was I don't care what you call it, truth and reconciliation, whatever, come up with a better name. But every agency and department literally submits all of their documentation. And I believe you could get half out. Half. I still think the other half needs to remain classified. I'll always argue.
On that alone, I would have voted no. Half needs to remain classified, Kash Patel.
It's an arbitrary. It's half of it.
Come on, Kash. You're not hardcore enough.
Just put it all out on the internet.
Like you're seeing in these documents in the Jack Smith case. They're just redacting stuff that they lied about, that they broke the law.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's used to protect themselves.
And it's a public document in a federal court, which is a document for the people of the United States. and we can have you run that office. You can come in and just be like, hey, I want all the Saudi documents.
I'll gladly do that. I'll be so happy.
Yeah, but
So Luke will be the press secretary for the Libertarian Party.
The declassifying
the viceroy of
documenter.
declassification.
Okay, so that's it. Too much declassification. Epstein, 9/11. He was talking about the 9/11 report. He read it and those 7 pages. Now, Charles, as someone that believes that jet fuel can melt steel beams but not passports, I wonder what you think about those 7 pages and the 9/11 report. And Kash Patel, is he going to tell us the truth that the government started telling us the truth on 9/11 but lied to us before and after that?
I don't know what 7 pages you're on. I have no idea what you're talking
I'm just curious. What do you think is going to happen?
I don't think we're going to get much of anything. I mean, I thought the JFK, RFK, and MLK documents were declassified 3 weeks ago. We're like, what's going on?
Oh, what is taking so long, Anna Paulina Luna?
But
I
we
told
haven't
you
heard
last week I have them at my house.
we haven't heard a thing. And so I think we'll probably get dribs and drabs of mildly interesting, but really not groundbreaking information. And then I think that we'll be distracted by $5,000 checks to ask for the rest of it.
I want my stimmy.
So, you know, because if
So
you
you
said,
think so you think Kash Patel is more controversial because he's an advocate of declassifying documents?
Why?
I don't think that. I don't. You mean?
No, Brad.
I think so, because some of those documents would be J7 or J6. Sorry, J6. J7's next year. And what?
How do you explain Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell voting for Kash Patel then?
How do I explain that? I mean, Mitch McConnell, he's rolling. He's out. He doesn't care anymore. He's like, who's Kash Patel? I don't know. I'm just going to check one. I don't give a shit. Lindsey Graham, confirmed bachelor, maybe thinks he's cute. I don't know. How do I explain the actions of like insane neocon politicians that have been there for years and like nothing that they do is like cool or agreeable or kind or peaceful? I have no idea, dude. How do you explain it? You think it's all J6?
I think that's Murkowski and Collins's opposition to him, which was what I thought the question was. Why did the two of those hooligans?
I mistook my question. Go on.
Why is he more controversial? I actually don't think he's that much more controversial. He got one less vote than RFK and Tulsi. I think
that's the only measure that we have of controversy in the Senate.
I think everybody in the Republican Party recognizes that declassification of stuff they don't want to get out is now part of the platform. And they're going to play ball or they're going to be gone. So Trump has moved the Overton window on that stuff so much. I don't think it's in Lindsey Graham's best interest to try to fight that, because that's going to happen. Some level of it. I mean, I said when he talked about declassifying JFK, like shredders were invented a long time ago. Much of the juiciest documents aren't just going to be handed over with ease. Those were gone probably 50 years ago. 20 years ago. But we're going to learn some stuff for sure.
Charles Blain.
I mean, I don't know how much more I have to say on Kash Patel. I think
that's okay. You don't have to. I know that you're not a big fan of Kash Patel. You've never really expressed reasons why. But I've
never said. What do you do?
I don't know.
Listen, like I said before, I think we're going to get some stuff. I just don't think we're going to get anything that we had hoped to be groundbreaking in terms of like, here's where the aliens are. This is what they look like. We met them. Like anything like, I don't think we're getting really groundbreaking things. I think we're going to get a little bit of stuff here, a little bit of stuff there, some checks.
The aliens
We're going to talk about the checks, Charles. We're going to talk about the checks.
The aliens are happening. You're going to learn that aliens are visiting Earth this year.
They're visiting this year?
Oh,
no, you're going to learn that
there's a plan for them to visit this year. Like they bought tickets and they're on their way.
No, I'm saying in 2025, as I predicted in our prediction show, you are going to learn that aliens have been visiting Earth.
From who? Megyn Kelly?
From the government.
You think the government this year is going to tell us that aliens have been here?
Yep.
What language do they speak?
Ooh, that's an excellent question.
Hieroglyphics.
What?
Oh, wow. I like that twist a lot. Whoa. That's awesome.
That's not really a language, though. That's more a written language. But yeah, hieroglyphic.
All right, fine. We'll bet half a Bitcoin.
You got to have it to bet it, dude. You show me your keys, and we can make that bet.
Yeah, I'll show you the keys and my wallet.
I don't know that I would take that bet. Actually, what's Bitcoin worth today? 100K.
Yeah, full Bitcoin.
How about $50?
All right.
I never talked about my background, but Bonnie Blue, Charles's dream